Housing created two economies, one locked, one constantly resetting. Two Bobs, same job, same city, same paycheck. Back in 2019, both pay about $1,600 a month for housing. Looks equal, right? Fast forward to now, one Bob is calm, other Bob is stressed, same banana, same job, completely different life. What happened? Housing created two speeds, locked payments versus reset payments. In 60 seconds, I'll show you the exact mechanism. Let's rewind. 2019, both Bobs earn the same income. Owner Bob walks into a bank, signs a 30-year mortgage, payment locked. Renter Bob walks into an apartment office, signs a 12-month lease, payment starts the same. Same number, same month, same city. But here's what's different. One payment becomes a baseline, the other payment becomes a question mark, and that difference has a name. Watch what each Bob does with his contract. Owner Bob takes his mortgage, walks to a safe, puts it inside, locks the door. Clunk. That payment is sealed for 30 years. Renter Bob takes his lease, walks to a shredder, but this shredder has a timer, 12 months. When the timer hits 0, the contract shreds, and he has to sign a new one at a new price. This is asymmetric inflation, not rich versus poor, not smart versus dumb. Two speeds. Mortgage equals lock, 30 years, same payment, done. Rent equals reset, 12 months, then the price rebuilds. If your biggest bill resets faster than your income, you're on the fast treadmill. Same income, different clock, lock versus reset. Now let me show you what this looks like in real life. Month 13, owner Bob checks his mortgage app, same payment. Ding. He closes the app, goes back to his day. Renter Bob opens his mailbox. Renewal notice, new rent, $1,780, up $180. THUD, $180. Just like that. No raise, no promotion, no new banana, just a reset. Renewal isn't inflation dripping up slowly, it's a reset event. Owner Bob stands on concrete, renter Bob stands on a trapdoor, and that trapdoor opens every 12 months. Now here's where it gets interesting. Inflation hits everyone, groceries go up, gas goes up, both Bobs feel that. But housing is the biggest bill, and only one Bob's housing bill is frozen. Owner Bob gets a 3% raise, his housing cost doesn't change, that raise actually stays in his pocket. Renter Bob gets the same 3% raise, his rent just jumped 4%, that raise, and then some, is gone. Let's jump to year 3. Owner Bob opens his app, $1,600. Renter Bob opens his third renewal letter, $1,940. Third reset, third jump. Same job, same city, $340 gap, and the gap only moves one direction. This is the compounding split. Raises come in drops, renewals come in steps. Year after year, the gap grows. Not because one works harder, because one clock resets and one doesn't. Now renter Bob thinks, I'll just move somewhere cheaper, he searches. Same price, worse neighborhood, same neighborhood, higher price, same price. 40-minute commute. There's nowhere to go without paying a moving tax, deposits, fees, applications, first and last month. Moving doesn't reset the game, it just costs extra to stay in it. But wait, there's another layer. It's not just monthly cash flow, it's where the money goes. Same dollars, different destination. Owner Bob makes the same mortgage payment, part goes to interest, yes, but part goes into his banana jar, equity, value, that can come back to him later. Renter Bob pays $1,940. All of it goes into the banana shredder, gone, building someone else's jar. Same work, same effort, different destination. Over time, housing creates two economic realities. Let's put numbers on it. Year 5 scoreboard. Owner Bob, $1,600 a month, equity building. In this example, somewhere between $50,000 and $90,000 in equity. Renter Bob, over $2,000 a month, equity 0, same start, 5 years, that's the split. Now before you say just buy a house, not everyone can lock a payment today, that's the point. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm showing you what the machine does. The clock you're on changes your inflation. So what do you do with this? If you're renting, know your reset risk. Renter Bob pulls up his rent history, $1,400 to $1,940. He circles month 10. He sets a renewal buffer aside each payday. At renewal, he asks for 18 months instead of 12. If you own, protect the lock. Owner Bob opens a cash-out refi offer. He flips to the fine print, higher rate. He checks his mortgage app, same payment. He crumples the offer. Trash. Know which clock you're on. Let's bring it back. Two Bobs, same start, 2019. One locked his payment in a safe, one put his payment in a shredder with a timer. Month 13 hits, one opens an app, ding, same payment, one opens an envelope, thud, up 180. Year after year, the gap compounds, not because of effort, because of clock speed. Same income, Different clock, lock versus reset. Housing didn't just get expensive, it split the economy into two speeds. But here's the twist. When renter Bob tries to escape, tries to just move, the moving tax kicks in. Deposits, fees, applications, higher baseline, you pay to relocate the problem. That's the next video. See you there.